What is going on, guys? I am Samuel and welcome back to Louisiana. The other day I realized I have never played the Floor is Lava. Now this is just as surprising to me as it probably is to you. If you don't know what Floor is Lava is, let me tell you. Floor is Lava is a game where you basically play keep it up with your body, where the floor is lava, and if you touch the floor and you get burnt, you're out. So we're going to attempt to play Floor is Lava in my backyard. As you can see, I have a bunch of stuff in here and I want to attempt to make it from one side of my backyard, from this tree to the other side of my backyard, all the way over there without touching the grass. I cannot do this a normal way. We're gonna implement some extra rules. This is going to be extreme sports Floor is Lava. So I'm gonna add some new rules to this. If I'm doing flips, then it is okay to touch the ground. I can't touch the ground and take a step on it because, oh no, it's lava, I'm getting burnt. However, if we're doing stunts, if we're doing flips, it is okay to be on the ground. I can walk on the ground in a handstand, and I am going to allow myself one little sneaky rule. If you notice in my backyard, I've already got a bunch of ramps in here. This is going to be a massive help in making it from one side to the other without touching the grass. I can just hop from ramp to ramp. But these ramps are spaced pretty far apart. So in order to make this just a bit easier and to spice things up a little bit, I'm going to allow myself to ride the bicycle. Now the bicycle's not gonna last forever. It is going to burn up pretty fast, but going from one obstacle to one other obstacle, it will be okay to ride the bike. So for example, I can ride the bike from this ramp to this ramp. I can ride the bike from this ramp to that ramp, but anything beyond that is going to be out of rules. So for example, if I rode the bike from there past this ramp and then to that one, the bikes burn up, I'm burn up, game is lost. So my goals here are to get from these trees on this very side to the concrete driveway right there without touching the grass. Those are my limitations. We're gonna see how we can set this up, make a little game plan, and then we're gonna put the GoPro on and actually give it a shot. It is so hot today that kind of feels like everything is lava, but for the sake of the game, only the grass is lava. If I'm touching the grass, I'm gonna get burnt. I am out, disqualified, and we're gonna have to restart and come up with a different plan. I do think it would be really cool if I started the game kind of hanging from one of these branches. So we're gonna grab a ladder so that we can do that. And the very next spot to go is gonna be the big quarter pipe. And this is the largest stretch of grass that I'm gonna have to cross. So I need to come up with a great game plan. I think for a little bit of it, we can do some tumbling and we'll do some flips and then road. That will get me a little ways, but not the whole way. So let's figure out what else we could do. I think I've actually got a spare 2x4. Yes, here it is. So we can turn this into a little balance beam. So right before you get up on the ramp, you can walk on this balance beam, stay off the grass. That will keep us out of the lava and keep it from getting burnt. So I've just got to get across this little space right here. I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna do that yet. Once we make it on top of the ramp, I think I can use the bike that I've positioned up there to ride myself to this little kicker right here. There is a huge gap behind this kicker to this little box, and obviously I can't jump that on the bike because the bike is already burned off once I get to the kicker. So I might have to jump across this. This is a really big gap. I think I can lay down in it. Let's measure that. Oh, this is most definitely a Samuel size gap. This is well over Samuel size. That is pretty large. I'm 6 feet. This is huge. Initial plan was to jump this just on my feet, but that might be a little bit out of my bunny legs. I don't know if I got that much power. We're gonna hope we do and just give that a try. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna clear this gap between this box to this quarter pipe. That is the next natural thing to do. Maybe I could jump off and do a backflip so I don't get burned up in the grass, then instantly get on this. The only thing I've got left to cover is from this little quarter pipe. This is fake grass. Should we count fake grass or not? I think because it's plastic, we're not gonna count the fake grass as lava. So I can walk on the fake grass. And then of course, this is a line where the real grass begins. This is lava. Don't touch this or we get burnt. But as the little caveat in my rule states, we can do stunts, we can do tricks and not get burnt. So I can walk on my hands across this little stretch to the driveway and be successful. I don't know if I can hold a handstand for that long. I'm really gonna be pressuring myself to do all this in one go, in one line. So I'm just gonna figure out exactly how to get to the quarter pipe, and then the rest of it should be made pretty easy. And of course, if I do stop myself hanging from this branch, I've got to get a ladder. I need a way to get up there. It's way too high for me to jump, so we already need to go grab a ladder. I don't know what we can use to scoot across this. Maybe if the only rule is that my feet can't be touching the ground, I can find something to kind of hop in. Guys, I am an expert potato sacker. I have solved a 5x5 hopping in a potato sack. So we're gonna potato sack our way across this until we get to that balance beam. That is my new plan. I really hope I don't burn my feet off doing this. This is gonna be the ladder that actually lets me start hanging from that tree branch, and I have got quite a unique idea. Since I think potato sacking is gonna be the best way to actually get myself across some of this distance, we're gonna start hanging up there in the potato sack tied around my waist, and then we're gonna drop down to this little soft landing and then instantly take off and go potato sacking for a little bit. After the potato sack, we're gonna try some flips, we're gonna try the balance beam, and then just carry on with the rest. So I think all my setup is done. I just gotta find my potato sack, put my GoPro on, and then we're gonna give this thing a try. I'm also gonna put some cameras up at all the cool spots where I think I'm gonna really have to push myself. I did have one problem I realized, and that is actually how I'm gonna do my potato sacking after I jump out of the tree. I can't have the potato sack stored anywhere on the ground because when I jump out of the tree, I'd have to stop on the ground to actually pick it up, and by then the lava would have burnt me. So what I'm gonna do is use a trash bag. This thing actually ties around my legs, so I still be able to climb up the ladder and hang from the limb with the potato sack secured around my legs, and it's not gonna fall off, because otherwise the normal potato sack, I have to hold it on my hand, and I don't know if I can hold a potato sack on with my hands while I'm hanging from a tree limb. Louisiana Floor is Lava Challenge, the first maiden attempt. GoPros are on, we've got our trash bag. I'm gonna run put this camera up at the very end of the course. This is where I'm planning on doing my handstand ender. So if I can successfully walk on my hands for about this 10 feet here, then we're gonna be successful. So this camera's going right here. Let's get her framed up nicely. We're gonna go ahead and start that. I have hopped 1,000 yards in a potato sack and solved a Rubik's Cube in a potato sack, but this drop might be a new level of treachery. Hopefully we survive. I think we've got it. I think I'm genuinely a bit more concerned about climbing the ladder than actually jumping out of the tree with this. Oh my goodness, legs are in. All right, let's tie it on so I don't lose it. Okay, potato sack is on. Now we gotta hop up this ladder. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is horrible. Guys, do not potato sack up a ladder. This one's 12 feet also. All right, that should be my last step. All right, it's now time to hang from this branch. And then this game is officially starting. We're gonna drop, and then we're gonna potato sack, and then flip. 3, 2, 1, starting now. All right, straight drop. Now we potato sack. I can hold her now. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is a good rhythm. This is nice. Just keep in mind, we can't flip on the grass. As long as we're constantly doing stunts, we're not getting burnt. So we're still inside the potato sack. We're still safe from the lava. I'm gonna use this as a little island so I can stand on my potato sack. Gotta make sure our toes stay out of the grass. Okay, I'm on my tiptoes to stay out of the lava. We're gonna do a little tumbling and then get ourselves to that balance beam. We cannot fall off the balance beam and then straight onto the quarter pipe. Oh wait, it's gonna be horrible if I go to jump and my toes get stuck in this bag. We gotta make sure that does not happen. Get it. Ooh, on the balance beam. Wow, it was hard to jump on the balance beam straight out of the flip, but we made it. Okay, we gotta turn around. Floor is Lava is intense. Now, we just gotta get ourselves up there. The quarter pipe is well away from the lava, 8 feet above it to be in fact. All right, we just gotta jump and grab. Get it. Oh yeah. Mountain. Put those mountain climber skills to use. Ah, safety. Let's take a little second to breathe. Look at that beautiful sky. Carrying on. No, I just have a horrible problem. I did not even think about this at first. So the bike burns up pretty quickly in the lava, which means we can only make it to one ramp. This bike is brakeless. If I drop in normally, I'm gonna be going so fast that I'm gonna zoom past that ramp and not be able to stop. And I haven't got a brake to be able to slow down, so we cannot drop into the quarter pipe normally. I have an idea. This might be a bit risky. We're gonna hold the bike out and then jump onto it, and we're gonna land kind of farther down the quarter pipe where there's less angle so we get less speed. If we overshoot that ramp, then I'm gonna burn up. This was horrible foresight. 2, 1, get it. Oh, that was mint. Oh, so good. Okay, but the bike is burned up, so we're just gonna drop it. She can go away into the lava. Now this I have not tested. We've got to somehow get ourselves from here to there. I think it's right at the limit of what I can horizontal leap from a standstill. So we're just gonna hope that's the case. Let's hope we got this first try. Yes! Full boost. Yes! Oh, wow, that was a good boost. Oh no, another problem. I can't jump because this edge is waxed. This little rail is so slippery, there's no grip. We're gonna jump from here to the ground, immediately do a backflip, and then jump on there. We're doing a flip, so it's okay to touch the ground, but I can't just be walking across. So as soon as our feet touch the ground, backflip onto the ramp. Let's go. Oh. Straight onto the ramp. Oh, we are avoiding the lava. We have made it to the final step. Now, this is where things get intense. I have to have enough stamina and strength left to walk in a handstand across this last stretch. Let's get those arms nice and stretched. Get those shoulders strong. Touch our toes. Oh, I hope there's no stickers in the ground. That's gonna be painful. Oosh, oosh. Yes, we're making progress. We've got it. Oh, we got this in the bag. No, no. Oh, let's backflip to save it. Can I make it? No, no. Oh, let's backflip to save it. Yes! Guys, that was Floor is Lava in the backyard. We were successful. That was barely squeaked in at the end. I fell in the lava, jumped up, hit a flip to save it. Action sports, Floor is Lava, that's where it at. We had handstands, we had flips, biking, all of it was here. And we cleared it first try. Maybe it was a little sketchy at the end, but I'm gonna take that. Wow, for my first time ever playing this game, I think that was a massive success. This was such a rowdier game of Floor is Lava than I was ever expecting. And it was my first experience either I have got to say, potato stacking up a 12-foot ladder, do not even attempt that. But that was so fun. I definitely need to try this again. I need to one-up my course and one-up my lava avoiding skills. But it is boiling hot right now. I'm ready to go inside, so we're gonna end this thing off. If you have any Floor is Lava's tips for me, I need them all down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your grandmother, go play a game of Floor is Lava with her, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.